In order to start a Zoom, you first need to click on the link that you receive from your teacher. So the first thing you're going to have to do is to enter your screen name. So for my screen name, I'm going to put Chris Williams. Make sure to put your actual name because your teacher may be taking attendance based on what name you put in as your sign-in. Then join. And then you'll have to wait for your teacher to start the meeting. Once you see a message like this means that the host has started the meeting and will let you in. This is another reason why it's important to put your real name so that your teacher knows to let you in, not to decline your admission. So now I can see that my teacher has let me into the meeting, and we're going to look at some of the settings within Zoom. So notice that in your Zoom window, you have a few things available to you. I have my teacher's video, I have my video, and then any other participants will appear here. And we'll show how you can change those viewing settings in a moment. The little microphone icon is crossed out, which means that I'm muted, so anything I'm saying can't be heard right now by the teacher or my classmates. If you go down here, you should see some controls. If you click on unmute, that will allow your audio that you're saying to go to the rest of the class or to the teacher. But otherwise, for most of the time, you're probably going to be muted unless you're called on. If you'd like to start the video, need to start the video, simply click start video and it'll show your face. Okay, and then you have the participant list, which will show you all the participants in your meeting. You have a few things that you can request. So if you're muted, for example, and you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand, which your teacher can also see this participants list. So they might see that you or others have their hand up because they have a question. And you can lower your hand. You can vote and say yes. You can say no. You can communicate that you want them to go faster or you want them to go slower. Okay. And there are some other ones too. You can say give a thumbs down, a thumbs up, applause. This would be like need a break, and this would mean that you're away from your computer for a moment. So these are some easy ways to communicate with your group from the participants list should you be muted. All right, so that's the participants list. Next, you're going to go to, we have the chat. The chat works just like any other chat thread. So you can send a message to just the host, to your teacher, or private. So that's like if I want to send my teacher something, a question that I have that I don't want everyone else to see, then you can send it privately, or you can put something out for everyone to see and read and respond to. So that's the chat. Up here in the top right, we have gallery view settings. So right now, the teacher's video is the main video that you can see, and then we have the gallery, and then you have all the participants that are going to appear on the right side of the screen. The gallery view is when you get everyone. So obviously in this meeting, it's just myself and the teacher. So we show up here. If there were more, if there were 9, for example, there would be 3 rows of 3, and it would be spread across the whole screen. So that's how you can change the speaker view. You can exit full screen. Okay, and this might be important. Like, let's say that you want to have your video on one side, and you can shrink this window, because let's say you have a document or a web browse. Let's say you have a browser tab that you want to view side by side, or a Google Doc. So you would arrange your windows so that you can see what's happening in the class in the Zoom meeting, but you can also be taking notes or start working on an assignment while you're still in the live chat, in the live meeting. If your teacher has allowed you to share screen, you would click share. And right now the host has disabled participant sharing. So you would just have to ask your teacher if you can share the screen, and they would change the settings to allow you to do so. All right, so that is basically it. If at one point you feel like you need to leave the meeting, then you click leave meeting, and it would ask for confirmation, and you would be done and out of the meeting. That is basically all you need to know for Zoom for students.